What's up, addressees? Welcome to the H&R TV, the official YouTube channel for the hottest new revolution, culture, and movement. That's to live your life and love the life you live, regardless of who you piss off in the process, culture, and movement. And in this video, y'all bear with me, cause I know y'all probably getting tired of hearing about it. Quite frankly, I'm getting tired of talking about the shit. But I told y'all that I was going to keep y'all posted on my journey, and whether that be with just everything H&R, whether that be with my tech startup Address Me I'm working on, whether that be with the fluid community, whether that be with the intersection between spirituality and business, whether that be just in general, just my journey overall in general. So this is the latest place where I am mentally um, when it comes to this journey that I'm on, y'all. That I'm grateful and gracious to you all for taking an interest in and following along. All right. But, all right. So, first of all, let me say that I am believing for my breakthrough and my graduation very, 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 very soon. Um, of course, like I let y'all know, they don't give you a time frame, but like I said, I'm believing you just got to keep the faith, stay prayed up, and keep believing, stay believing. So I'm believing for imminent, like immediate breakthroughs. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be an hour from now, damn it. But that's just the type of faith that you have to have. They say in the Bible, with a mustard seed of faith, you can move mountains. And this whole walk is all about faith. Like if it's a faith walk, really walking by faith and not by sight. Okay, and with that said, this is a okay. So, and again, y'all probably getting tired of hearing about this shit without actually seeing the results. And like I said, quite frankly, I'm very tired of talking about it as well. But it's just what I gotta do, and it is what it is. So here we are. All right. So within like these upper circles, or like the Illuminati, or like um, high society, they follow this philosophy of be, do, have, which basically means you have to show up and be who it is, like you have to grow to become and be who it is that they, um, or that God rather, uh, purposed you to be, to become who it is, what role in the grand scheme of the world that God created, anointed, and appointed you to serve. And nobody gives you the answer, you just have to figure it out. But they kind of, God sort of steers you in the correct direction, or whatever the case may be. But, or lets you know what is and what isn't acceptable, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Just bear with me. I'm trying my best to articulate um, how this stuff goes, right? Nobody gives you the answer. It's up to you and your relationship with God and your intuition and like your connection and relationship with God for you to figure it out. God will order your steps, and you walk by faith, not by sight, and you start to become through posts, through music, through um, sports, through whatever it is, whatever role that your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities have, that God gave you, have purpose for you to play in the grand scheme of the world, right? So, like I said, they follow this philosophy of be, do, have. So you have to be the thing, be the person, be the role, and you have to do what that person in that role would do, or um, present yourself as that person in that role would present themselves, and then you will have the things that the person who is in that role would have. Be, do, have. Be the role, do the things the role would do, and then you will have the things that the role will have. And how the world typically works is people are given a position, they're told their position, they go and do the job, they go and do the work, they go and fulfill the position, they do the thing, or um, they are given the position, they go and do the thing, and then they are compensated. They have the compensation for the role that they are working or the job that they're doing. You get what I'm saying? It's told to them, but the way that this works, nobody tells you anything. You just have to figure it out. You have to become the thing. And in my particular situation, here's where it gets very confusing. For my specific situation, like I said, nobody in the world has ever gone through like something similar to, I mean, yes, people have gone through like the intrusiveness and like being spied on from eyes in the sky or whatever the case may be, or in having like people have gone through this, but not to the scale that I have had to go through this, and to the extent of spiritual warfare. That's what they call it when the people oppose your future, they oppose your goals, they oppose whatever it is, they oppose your purpose. And what my specific situation is coming in, so many people, well, first of all, what I'm working on address me as the entrepreneur. um it has the potential to become a Fortune 10, let's say, company that's up there with $100 billion companies like the Facebooks and the Amazons, um, the Tesla, stuff like that, right? So rarely do you have people at that stature and that level within the organization stepping in to oppose somebody's purpose or somebody entering the organization. Excuse me, the organization. Rarely does that happen. But in my case, because what I'm working on has the potential to get up to that level, they tapped in, right? So they tapped in, and it's so many people, like it's a lot of people, y'all, who've been trying to fight against me. That's why I said my particular situation is rare. So you got that sector from like up there who tapped in and like put their bid in to try to shut me down, and then you have like, I guess, uh folks, I don't know, I can't get into people's minds about why they decided to try to oppose um my purpose and my future. But within the black community, like I said in the last video, I named some people. That's just a few people. That's not even everybody that weighed in and tapped in. And the folks that I don't know of, y'all are lucky, because I damn sure will say y'all name too. Um, but again, once folks start seeing y'all catching cases and like everything that y'all built going to zero, they will know like why. It's not every day that just rich ass people just start like going to jail and catching cases and shit. All right. So within the black community, um, like a few billionaires tapped in worth like 1 billion, 2 billion, maybe even up to 5 billion. I don't know. Um, but I'm not even, that's not even like, I'm up in the 100 billion, like $2 trillion bracket of this organization. Like, I don't even, but I don't know. I guess, again, these people didn't know me. They didn't understand my potential. Like they, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't know why people did what they did, but here we are, right? And it was a lot of, like I said, it was a lot of folks. It was a lot of folks. Spiritual warfare is what happens. Um, that's what it's called, basically, when these people are employing spiritual tactics to try to shut you down and try to make you go crazy, to try to uh, make you kill yourself. Like, it gets grimy, folks. Like, this is a life and death thing. It's not like it's a game to these folks, but it's not a game when it's your life involved. So, yeah, um, very weird. Anyway, so be do have, and because so many people weighed in to try to stop me and lost, everything that's coming to me, like I said it in a prior video. I ended up taking that video down, but I know that like it's not something where like people can just put their bid in to try to shut you down, and then if you make it, everybody just takes everything back and goes on like business as usual. It don't work like that. So when people try to shut you down and like interrupt your life, they have to pay the consequences for that. They have to reap what they sowed, and you get compensated for the trouble that you had to go through. So I'm going to get compensated for all of the trouble that me and my close loved ones had to go through. And I believe, again, this is one of the parts that I don't know exactly what the payout is or what the back end is, but I believe it's um, the entire net worth of those individuals who opposed you, right? In addition to maybe some of their like belongings, houses, boats, planes, uh, things like this. God gives and God takes away. Um, so just think if a Mark Zuckerberg, if a Elon Musk, if Jeff Bezos all came against me and all lost, then technically their net worth at this point is owed to me. In addition to the Michael Jordans, again, these are alleged names, folks. Alleged until it's confirmed. The Michael Jordans, the LeBron Jameses, the uh, uh, Tyler Perry's, billionaires. So all of these people's fortunes, if my understanding is correct, is owed to me. And so that would put me in a trillionaire bracket once this thing is over with, right? And follow along with me, folks. Follow along with me. This is like I said, my situation is very rare. And so this organization is expecting me to be, still expecting me to be, do, and have. Like, how do you, okay, if it's so simple, like to get in the organization, if I'm a ball player, That's what I've been doing all my life. I play ball, and all I have to do to get in is continue to play ball and do what a ball player does, and then I'll have the thing that a ball player will have. If I'm a actor, I get in, I act, I do what an actor does, and I have what an actor has. If I'm an entrepreneur, I start my business does what it does, and then I'll have the things that an entrepreneur would have. But it's like the scale that they have assigned to me, or that God, the purpose that God has assigned me for, is basically like a royal priesthood. Bible says a kingdom financier, a lender, not a borrower. Like, so basically, like, there I'm assigned for a royal purpose, and I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video where I'm kind of breaking down, where I broke it down also at like the bracket and the tier that I'm going to be entering this organization at. And it's basically like royalty. It's basically like royalty. So how do you go, like, it's so simple for somebody to get in just like doing some regular shit, but how do you be royalty, still living the same life, still around the same like environment, like nothing in your life has changed, but these people are expecting you to show up as royalty and do the things that a royal person would do, so that you can have the things that a royal person would have. And mind you, like I said, my situation is very rare and nobody has ever gone through it. So nobody even knows what to expect for somebody to be, do, and have. You get what I'm saying? So everybody's blind. But for whatever reason, folks, like what I've been doing up to this point in some people's eyes hasn't been enough. When nobody is even clear on what enough should even look like. And mind you, I know and I believe that I've been doing enough, because I show up as me. And who I am today is going to be who I'm going to be as royalty. Um, I've never held my tongue. I've never backed down from a challenge. Um, I've always been, like, all of my content has always been in service of the listener. Like, I'm always trying to add value rather than just come here and speak about me and speak about myself. So, like, what does it even look like? What is it supposed to look like? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But here's what I believe is that more than it's been about me showing up as royalty, being the thing, doing the thing, and because I've been doing it, in my opinion, I've been doing it. But I believe that it's more so been the hesitation of the people in, like, certain people in significant positions within the organization who have simply just been hesitant up until now to elevate me, to accept me in, to give me what's owed to me. And that's why these people who have been coming against me have had so much time, because there's been hesitation. It's like a lot of fear when you think about a black person having this much money, wealth, and power. Nobody in the world, it's never happened in the history of the world. Not since, like, you hear all these stories about Mansa Musa, but don't nobody know what the hell was like. You have researchers and archaeologists or like historians or whatever the case may be who like do their research and come up with what they come up, the facts that they come up with from that time period. But don't nobody really know like for sure or have eyewitnesses of what the hell went on back then during that time. So people don't know what to expect. People don't know what to expect. There's never been a black man with the wealth and power that is allegedly assigned to come to me. And folks said, like I said, people fearful. um, like a lot of folks are worried, but at this point, it's like, damn, y'all been holding this man back for so long. Like, we have to let him live at some point. You get what I'm saying? And there's no reason to fear anything. But yeah, I think it's just now getting to a point where it's like, okay, like I don't know if whether, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just know that my breakthrough is imminent. It could be today. It could be, I don't know, man. Like I said though, I'm really, I know y'all getting tired of hearing about this shit without seeing results, and I'm really getting tired of talking about it. So, like I said, but I'm gonna continue to walk in faith and belief, and put all my faith in God, and continue to just walk out my purpose, continue to put out content, sharing my journey, talking about the H&R, the fluid community, everything that I'm doing, address me, everything. And that's how we gonna rock it. But that's what's going on right now, y'all. My situation is very rare. There's a lot of people that owe me. I'm a very, very wealthy, very powerful man. And at this point, I have to show up as I have to be it, do the thing, and then I'll have the stuff that that person is supposed to have. Be to have, apparently. All right. So that's how this shit work, y'all. It's very wild. Like, it's very, it could be very, anyway. I'm not, yeah. Y'all keep your boy in y'all prayers, man. And I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe today. Stay out the way. Take everything one step at a time, one day at a time. Focus on finding yourself and finding your purpose. I love y'all. King V, H&R.